Well, I suspect that in the title, Run Till You Fall, a lot's being said already about this movie on television with you and Jamie Farr. Let's take the title first. You want to give us an interpretation?
It really has to do with going for what you want and what you're going after your dream and going until you can't go anymore. You know, not to limit yourself, just to go, run until you fall.
Fall being exhausting the potentials, or trying to at least?
Yes, yes.
Because the child falls.
Yes, yes. But really it is about, I mean, the overview of the show is telling all of us, as well as certainly this child in this movie, you know, to go to your limits, you know, and your limits are always, I think for all of us, our limits are beyond what we think our limits are, you know.
Certainly what's off limits, I would think. Initially, it's a bit of a shock. We think a wealthy, socially placed young woman married to a gumshoe and a hole-in-the-wall detective bureau, Jamie Farr.
Yes.
Explain this relationship.
Well, that's how the character of my mother character in the movie, played by a wonderful actress by the name of Beatrice Straight, that's how she always sees the two of us. We are now divorced as the movie begins. But what my character sees in Jamie's character is the good soul and the wonderful man, and while he has not been able to put the elements of his life together to be successful as a businessman, what she always responded to when they were married was this wonderful heart, this sweet person. Her mother didn't respond to any of that, and her mother still basically has control over this character.
And part of the drama in the picture, too, is you're learning the lengths that your mother has gone to.
Yes.
To sort of defuse this relationship, isn't
Yes, that's absolutely true. It's a, you know, like most good movies, everybody in this story, or nearly everybody, well, everybody learns something as they go along. We all know more. We are bigger people. We are better people by the time the movie is over with. And certainly my character goes through a big learning process. The focus of the story is Jamie. It's Jamie and Fred Savage. It's all of the parts, you know, play an important part, but really it's about Jamie's character and Fred Savage's character.
And it's a directing debut for Mike.
Yes,
Mike
it is.
Farrell.
Yes.
What was life like with Mike getting this project on the road?
Well, it was very interesting, and I have to sort of correct one thing. Mike did direct some of the MASH episodes, but this was the first time he had directed outside of that and directed a movie. The process going into it, getting it all together, was very interesting. This was a project that Mike had had for quite a long period of time and had wanted to make, and you know, the business is just that way. Sometimes it's the right time for something and sometimes it's not. So he had been very hopeful to get this made for quite a few years. And when it originally, they were going to make it about a year and a half before they actually did, and then they shelved it for a while. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Mike got a call and they said, we want to do this movie. And so it all fell together really very quickly. And so he was very excited, and he really loved directing. It was quite a wonderful experience for him.
We continue to see him as a person of passionate social comment. Was he like this around the house? I mean,
absolutely. That's all we talk about. No, that's not all we talk about. But he's, yes, Mike is a man of enormous passions and convictions, and he really does live what he believes. But so a great deal of our private time is spent involved in different causes, going to different things. Mike gives a lot of speeches and stuff. We were just in Atlanta at the Democratic Convention and had a fascinating week there. And so yes, he is very, very passionate about that, and it's gotten me tremendously involved. I was someone who was not, I was not apolitical, but I was not, I didn't spend a lot of time in the political field at all, and I started going out with Mike. And like the first time I was with Mike, he was talking all about Central America. I didn't know what he was even talking about. I mean, this was a few years ago, but I was kind of going, I thought, oh, I have a lot to learn here, but I've learned it.
Two-part question. You're working with a little boy in this. Who is he? And as an actress who started so young yourself, has there ever been a moment of exchanging experiences and knowing what he's going through?
Yes. Yes, how's that for an answer? No, I'm teasing. The young man, he was a boy when we made this film. We actually made this film over a year ago, and in that ensuing year, Fred has grown up quite a bit, but a wonderful actor, more importantly, truly a wonderful young man, sweet and kind and smart and funny. Fred Savage, who is the star of the series The Wonder Years, and was in The Princess Bride, and he's just an absolutely great kid. I'm just crazy about him. Yes, as someone who worked as a child actress myself, I don't give unasked for advice, and actually Fred didn't ask for any advice. I'll tell you who asked me more questions or we had more of a conversation was Fred's mom. And the truth is that I'm not encouraging for kids to be in show business. I have had an extraordinary life, and I've loved it, and I wouldn't exchange my life. But I think it's very difficult to grow up being a child actor or actress, and I think it makes demands and asks things of you that I don't think should be asked when you're a child.
Well, there's quite a network of people here in Hollywood. Formerly, Jackie Coogan was quite involved with this, an organization to sort of help watchdog kids in movies and things like that. Have you ever been a part of such activity?
No, actually, I haven't. Aside from the fact that I know that they put into law that certain of the funds have to be put aside, I really didn't even know, to tell you the truth, about that organization. But what I have done is, if someone does ask me, I tell them, and I really try to balance it, because I'm not bitter. I hated this experience. I really loved my experience, but I think I was really blessed to come out of it in a healthy fashion. I know a lot of kids who started working about the same time that I did, and they didn't. It's very tough business. So I'm encouraging to people to. I have a lot of mothers, parents who will say, oh, my child really loves to sing and dance, should I get them in the business? And when they give me that entree, I hold up a red flag and say no.
With Fred Savage, and of course with Jamie Farr, Shelley Fabares. It's called Run Till You Fall. It's on CBS, and I'm John Tibbetts with Shelley for TV5 in Redondo Beach, California.